Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Brock, and we are here on the campus of the East Lawrence Falcons, and this is your opportunity to meet the amazing girls softball team, and we've got their great coaches with us. They're going to share with us. Coaches, it's about time. We're so glad
we finally worked it out.
To finally have worked it out. It's good to see you both. Now listen, Coach, we want to kind of hear about you. Tell us about how you first got started with coaching and share with us about your career as we segue into the team, okay?
I'm Coach Danielle Bertram. This is my 9th year at East Lawrence, my 8th year as the head coach. In this time, I played softball all my life and coached, younger kids and stuff. So I've been here my entire career. Building this program. When I came in, we had very few girls. Fast pitch was new, so we've come a long way in these almost 10 years that I've been here. So
that's right. And of course, you talking about fast pitch. When I played back in 1985, it was the granny pitch. It went up to the ceiling.
I didn't start fast pitch till 9th grade, so I played a slow pitch all the way through middle school.
Oh my gosh, I bet that was like traumatic for you.
It was difficult to begin with.
All right, we've got the assistant coach with us. How are you, Coach?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. Talk to us a little bit.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Morris. I'm not originally from here. I'm from Bryan County. I played throughout high school and played college ball at Middle Georgia and Bruton Parker. And when I started here, I coached middle school. And then when I had my first little girl, I kind of gave it up for a little bit. And then I just couldn't give it up anymore. I had to come back and start helping again.
You're back. And when you talk about being athletes yourselves, tell us how that transition has been to be the athlete and now to have to coach.
It's definitely, I think, more challenging for them than it is for me because I have a lot higher expectations than somebody who has not ever played before. So a lot of times I'll get out there and show them exactly what I want done and expect it. So.
And that makes a difference. What about you, Coach?
Well, I help with the pitching staff. I pitched through high school and college ball, so I try to show them some techniques that I used and use what they have built on themselves to make them a better pitcher.
And what makes this cool about you two is that you both are athletes, you've played this sport before, you know the game. And I often say this, female coaches are tougher on females. Do you see that in your career?
I definitely think so. I think the men are a little more hesitant with them than we would be. Absolutely.
Right. It's like, hey, we're women too. We understand the game. And so here it is. Tell us about these girls this year.
We've had a pretty good season. We're 15-9 right now going into the state playoffs. We're kind of, I feel like, peaking at the right time. We played the region tournament last week, and even though our seeding did not change, we ended up accumulating 38 hits in 3 games. And so, in Bleckley, 28 of those came in then with them.
Wow.
So I think that, we're just starting to peak, and they've worked hard all season, and I just think it's time for them to show what they can do.
That's right. And Coach Morris, you're talking about what you're having to work on with the girls. What have you seen change throughout this season?
Their determination. They're wanting to go further than ever before, and their hearts are ready to show the world what they have found.
And so, and you want to make sure that a team is gelling. What do you girls do, coaches, to make sure that you all are gelling with a one accord, same mission, same fight?
With girls, that's a difficult task. But honestly, as girls, we can see when there's things happening, and you can tell when there's tension. So we just try to keep an open day and talk to them, and let them get the freedom to talk to us, and let us know. And we just kind of try to stay on the same page.
And that's a good thing too. And so, what is your strategy this year? I mean, you've been working really hard. What things do you work on specifically during practice that you see that really needs help in certain areas?
Every practice after we warm up, we do drills. We've started that this year where our infielders, or people that are outfielders and infielders, they do drills on fundamentals every single day so that we can make sure that we have those basic skills down. So that's one thing we've focused on.
I think about this all the time, and I talk about this. Fundamentals are key. If you don't know the basic fundamental of the game, you've got problems. And what have you seen in the game of softball that's different from when you played?
Just the heart and dedication that these girls have. They don't just come to play ball. They play travel ball. They play rec ball. So they don't stop. They want to just keep growing at the sport that they love to play.
And that's good. What benefits do you see in one of these girls playing travel ball, playing in the league ball? What difference do you see with them playing that and then coming on to this field as opposed to not doing any of those things?
When they play travel ball, but they play rec ball, they're getting opportunities to play other positions. So when they come to us, they're more versatile.
Yes.
And when someone gets hurt or, is sick, then we have someone to step in their place to take that position.
Very good, very good. And you've got 3 seniors this year.
3 seniors.
Kind of highlight the seniors and some of the things that have been accomplished this year.
Well, we've had Emily all 4 years of high school, and she's been a very big leader at our school this whole time. Kendra came on as a 10th grader, had never played softball before, but we kind of converted her into a softball player and have enjoyed having her there, and she's been our center fielder the last couple of years. And we've used Tiana. She's been a big role as a runner for us this year and really making some key runs and being on base when we needed her on base. So.
Very good. You've got some younger girls that are coming up. I mean, with them and the experience they get, what are you seeing in these younger girls?
Some of them are taking leadership roles that, when other people get down on themselves from making an error or striking out, you see other ones trying to build them up and say, don't get down, you've got another try to redeem yourself.
That's good that they're kind of talking to each other, communicating, and making sure that they're pushing the other to the next level. All right, so now we're going to get an opportunity to meet these young ladies, right?
Yes.
And let them share with us about themselves.
Right.
How do you think that's going to go?
Hopefully they'll be ready for you.
Hopefully they will be. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for all that you're doing with these girls. Thank you so much for how you push these girls, because the best is yet to come.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, coaches. Thank you so much. All right. Now
when it's time to buy or sell your home, it's time to put the winning team at Century 21 to work for you. And our team includes Jody Tanner, Jim Jarrett, Pam Tillery, David Deeves, Beverly Forbes, Ann Adams, Raina Dubberly, Benny Helton, Charlene Brantley, Ruth Watson, Jay Brantley, Charlene Lamp, Yvonne Robertson, Karen Whitmer, and broker George Durden. So put the Century 21 Durden Cornegay team to work for you today, and you're sure to score every time. For more information, log on to c21dublin.com. Call 272-1535 or log on to c21dublin.com.
Your Chevy team that can't be beat is
Dublin Chevrolet!
drive home with up to $10,000 off on a tough Silverado.
Dublin Chevrolet! The only dealer you will ever need!
They know a winning team when they see one.
I'm Stan Cooey, the headmaster at Trinity Christian School. Academically, we've got great teachers here, great staff, employees that'll do everything to educate your child. Standardized tests are above the state and national average. Graduates are able to get into the schools they want with the Hope Scholarship intact. We talk about building character and a disciplined and safe environment at Trinity. Most of all is that we're going to provide a spiritual background for your child to learn about Jesus Christ. We have chapel for all ages. If you've got questions about Trinity that you want to come out and see me, I'll be glad to meet with you, or Pam Horn, our admissions director, and we'll be glad to meet with you and sit down and give you a tour. Come out and see us, and we'll tell you about Trinity.
Well, hello, ladies. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you both. All right, now this is your opportunity. We want to hear all about you. We want to know what's been going on with you. You ready? All right, talk to us.
My name's Tiana Stanley. I'm a senior, and I play basketball and soccer.
Now, Tiana, and how long have you been playing this particular sport?
I don't know.
Has it been years?
Yes.
It's been that long, hadn't it? It just erased in your mind how many years you've been playing. And which one's your main sport?
Basketball.
And what position are you basketball?
Post.
Oh, down low post. Very good. And what about softball, your position?
Right field.
Right field. And soccer?
Wing.
So you've got several sports that you play, several things that you do. How do you balance your academics along with your sports?
It's hard.
Yeah. Are you a type person that has to make lists and make sure you have planners and you don't do any of that? You just keep it all in here?
That's fine.
If you had to do an assessment of how this year has gone, what would you say?
I don't know.
Hard to say? All right, we'll talk to your teammate here, another fellow senior. How are you, Kendra?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing very well. Talk to us.
Hello, my name is Kendra Delgado. I am a senior here at East Lawrence. I play softball, soccer, and I also am Skills USA Vice President for our chapter. And I'm just enjoying my senior year.
Very good. Now, you've always been active, and so you said you were a walk-on sophomore. What made you decide to walk on and play softball? It's like you're a soccer player, woman. What made you decide to want to do this?
Honestly, I was in cross country and I really did not like running, so I needed a sport that would teach me like to love and grow, but also at the same time keep me active.
Yeah.
So that way when soccer season came, I wasn't a couch potato.
Very good. And so what would you say has been the highlight of your softball career?
When I had a inside the park home run.
Nice. Did you have anybody on the bases?
I
just
can't
you.
remember. It was probably just me.
Just you.
Just me.
I hope you profiled in style when you ran around those
Oh, I
bases.
did.
And so you both are seniors. And so therefore, there's a leadership, a responsibility that's placed on you two.
Yes, ma'am.
Regardless of the sport, you girls play so many different sports, you're involved in so many different things, there's a responsibility that is expected about you. What is it about you that makes you a good leader? Some things, some character skills that you have, that you've developed through the years that make you those good leaders that young girls can depend upon?
To stay up. Keep the girls to stay up.
How do you stay up? What do you do to stay up?
Just smile and laugh.
And so with you, I mean, because you've got to have, with the skills that you have to keep a positive attitude. And that's what you do, keep a positive attitude?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what about you, Kendra?
I think on every team that I'm on, like I try to get to know the girls personally, like know them, so that way when they are down on themselves, like you know how to get them up. So therefore, I just try to connect with all of my teammates, so that way when we are having a bad game or when we are down, that there's always some reason to smile.
That's right, that's right. And you all are doing pretty well this season. And of course, don't let us go back to soccer. I mean, state runner-ups. I mean, you all are doing very well. You're participating in some things that the people are seeing, not just in the community of Dublin Lawrence County, but you girls are stretching, you know, with the skills and the things that you're doing. And so this is your senior year. It can be a little bittersweet for some.
Yes.
All right. And so the highlight of your high school career. Can you think of some highlights of your career here at East Lawrence?
I can.
You can?
Yes,
all right.
ma'am.
What would be some of the highlights?
Well, first of all, one would be making it to senior year.
Yeah.
Like that's a big highlight. Of course, soccer at Mercer University, state runner-up.
Yes.
That's a big highlight because we're such a small school, and people really they sleep on East Lawrence, and
They
for
do.
that it was a bittersweet moment. Also, just high school in general. Like
Yeah.
high school, these last 4 years have been really great to me, and I'm gonna miss it when I leave.
That's really sweet and touching. What about you?
Going to state at soccer
Going to state.
and becoming a senior.
Oh, yeah. And you know, girls, I remember my senior year. My senior year, of course, when you all graduate, it's going to be 30 years. But I remember so many things about my high school years, playing softball, playing basketball, running track. And so these are memories that you all are making that are going to last you a lifetime. And so what's next after high school?
I'm going to East Georgia State College to major in early childhood.
Very good. Are you thinking you want to play sports there or no?
No.
You're going to keep it academics
Yes, ma'am.
and work towards your career.
Yes,
All
and do
right.
some community work.
Very good. What about you, Kendra?
Oh, well, as most know, I'm enlisting in the Army, and I leave June 26, 2018.
Oh, my Lord. After you turn that tassel,
Yes,
you're going to put
ma'am.
those combat boots on. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Having spent 20 years as a military family with the Army, I understand how that life is. This is going to be a great thing for you. Continue to push, continue to be positive,
Yes,
and you're
ma'am.
going to do nothing but succeed.
Yes,
all
ma'am.
right?
Thank you.
And you as well. Continue to push, continue to smile through it all, because you know it's going to be a little difficult when you're working through some things, but keep in mind that you got it going on. All right, so you stay focused, and we wish you both nothing but the best.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Very
you.
good. Thank you both. Good to see you.
You've been saying you want it, and now's the time to get it. Pool and patio furniture in style with fabrics you want, comfort and durability you deserve. You'll even save on accessories and add your own personal style. Peak season and telescope casual furniture, a new category of furniture made of superior quality marine grade polymer, will not crack nor separate in any outdoor environment, and proudly made in America. Come see the full line of pool and patio furniture at Mid-State Pools and Spas today, and bring home a colorful poolside with the original Pawleys Island Adirondack chairs. Visit our showroom today and see the complete line of lounge chairs for your pool, and see the selection of Louisiana grills, the wood pellet grill that bakes, roasts, braise, smokes, grills, sears, char grills, and barbecues. Anytime's a great time for a Louisiana grill, and now's a great time to save at Mid-State Pools and Spas, located on Veterans Boulevard in Dublin. Mid-State Pools and Spas. We know pools.
A lot of people don't know that Nationwide Insurance is the largest farm insurer in the country. Is your irrigation or your equipment insured at actual cash value, or is it insured at replacement cost? How will the actual cash value actually be determined? By market value, which you can buy a used piece of equipment on the market for, or at some formula your insurance company has come up with. Replacement cost, is it at what it would have been at the current model or the new model? Don't find out at the time of a claim. Call us and let us go through it with you to help make sure that you're insured getting the most value for your dollar. Are your barns, equipment sheds, other structures covered properly? Is your livestock? Is your chemical in storage? Are your fuel tanks, your nitrogen tanks? Are all these items covered? Have you ever been asked? That's what we do when we come to your farm, because we're on your side. Nationwide and Walker Insurance is on your side.
When this last storm came through, I think it was Sandy, we were out for 7 or 8 days, and we were the only ones with power. When the power goes out, there's probably about a 6 or 8 second delay, and then we get a staged recovery. It takes less than a minute, but everything's on within a minute. The furnace is running, the lights are on, the TV's on, the washer, the dryer, the oven, everything. To me, this generator has paid for itself several times. If I lost power right now, these pipes could very easily freeze in probably a day or two, and that would cause significant damage. And maybe insurance would cover it once, but I really don't want to go through having my walls torn out and the pipes replaced. My family's going to be safe and secure in my house because of this generator. That gives you that feeling of security that, to me, is priceless.
Would you like the peace and security starting today? Then call the City of Dublin Natural Gas. The City of Dublin Natural Gas, the smart choice.
Hi, girls, bring it on in. Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, now listen. We're expecting a lot out of you, so we're just going to let you all pour out. Are you ready? All right, talk to us.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Mullis. I'm in 11th grade. I've played softball for about 12 years now. I'm in Beta, and I do a lot of things with my church.
What's the name of your church?
Pleasant Springs Baptist.
Very nice. Now, Tiffany, 11 years? Oh, my Lord. How old were you when you first started playing?
I was 4.
4 years old. That's when the champions are made, aren't they? Starting at 4. And you know, when you first started, as we asked the other girls, did you ever think that you would still be playing this sport?
No.
No. What's kept you going? What has kept you still wanting to play year after year after year?
I think when I was a little bit older, probably about 8, I fell in love with the game. When I was 4, my dad wanted me to play it. So just as I got more into it, I fell in love with it, and it just kept me going.
And that's good that you actually fell in love with it, because I think we do kind of as parents, all right? We kind of push our kids to play something. Like Hannah started playing soccer at 4 years old. And I'm telling you, she had a lot to be desired. Watching her every game picking up flowers and grass and turning cartwheels. You know how y'all first start out.
Yeah.
But what is good though is that you've evolved to love this sport, right?
Yeah.
That's a good thing. All right, Emily. Come on, Sugar Plum. Share with us.
All right. My name's Emily Scarber, and I'm a senior here at East Lawrence. I participated in softball, like Tiffany said, since I was 4. I play on a travel ball team out of Watkinsville, Georgia, Southern Fury. And then I participate in several clubs at the school. I have the privilege of representing my class as my senior class vice president. I was just nominated last week.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. And
The
then
Veep.
then I participate in Beta and FCA and FCCLA and several other clubs at the school. I'm very involved at the school and in my community also.
And that is so good to hear. I mean, because you girls you're talking like you're very balanced. Even though you've got a lot of things going on, right? You're still kind of keeping everything, you know. How do you do all of that? How do you manage everything?
Oh, it's hard to manage everything because I have a lot of stuff going on at the same time. I have to sacrifice some of like my personal time to hang out with my friends and stuff just because I have so much other stuff going on. Like that'll help me in college and everything like that. That's the main thing. I'm always working towards my future.
You're exactly right. And, you know, of course, I see your mom all the time, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
And to know that, you know, like your support. Tell us about your support systems, okay?
Well, my parents are Sean and Brandy Scarber. We live in East Dublin, Georgia, and they've supported me all throughout my career. They didn't necessarily push me into playing softball. They always wanted me to be involved. I tried several different sports, and it always came back to softball. My mom's always said, do what you're passionate in. I'm never going to make you do anything. She's always supported me throughout my years, and she pushes me to become a better player and a better person.
Very good. What about your support system?
Definitely my parents.
Yeah.
My dad is the one who has definitely kept me going. He has helped me become the player I am today, definitely. My mom has always been there supporting, but he was the athletic person in our family. And he played like football, he did a lot of sports, so he was definitely the athlete in our family.
And you know, it's good to have support systems, because I'm telling you, and I say this all the time to kids and to young ladies, young men, is that if, you know, having a support system at home, that helps you. That helps you to continue to push. It sometimes takes the pressure off you, you know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, before you girls could drive, you had to be transported. The mommy van, you know, the cab service, you know, the chauffeurs. And so if you had to do an assessment on how your high school career has gone, all right, think about that for a second. You know, things that you've involved in, things that you've done, things that you've accomplished. What has been some of the highlights of your high school career?
Definitely that I was inducted into Beta, that I'm able to play softball as long as I have been, and just the whole experience has been better than middle school.
Wow. All right. Very good.
Well, when I first entered high school, I tried out for the softball team, and I made the varsity right off the bat, and I was very surprised about that.
What grade were you in?
I was in 9th grade.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And it pushed me to become a better softball player because I started out hitting, like just hitting as a DP, and then I moved up in my sophomore year as actually playing third and playing other positions also. So it's pushed me to become a better player, and like the initiative that I had to take has pushed me in high school also. Like I become more of an outgoing person. Like I talk more to people. I'm more personable now.
Yeah. Are you more normally reserved?
Yes,
kind
ma'am.
of quiet?
Yes, ma'am.
What about you? How's your personality changed?
I'm very quiet.
You're very quiet? Like a little bookworm? Oh, my Lord. That's good. And so, girls, here you are. You've accomplished so many things. So many things. You've worked so hard on and off the field. You know, academically, you girls are pushing yourselves. Where does your drive come from? Where does this come from, you would say?
That I want to be a better version of myself.
Ooh, you know that's the title of a book. That would, you know what I mean? That could be your book title. A better version of myself. That's beautiful. And I think that requires you too to be able to look inward at yourself, to be able to see the good things about you, the things that you really have to work on about you, but to still continue to push yourself to be that better version of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well said. Write that down in your journal. That's good for your book. What about you?
Well, Tiffany kind of stole my answer. But I would say becoming the best me that I could be.
Yeah.
Would be the one that I would say. Throughout high school, playing softball and all the other things that I've participated in made me and shaped me into the person who I am today. And I want to keep involving myself in the community and with other people, such as I have in high school, to make myself a better person and to go throughout my college career and everything else.
That's right. That's right. That's beautifully said. And now here you go. You're a senior. Are you a junior now? All right. So you still have another year of high school. And so there's still more and more that you can do, not to just for yourself, to better yourself, but to better these other young ladies. And so I want you to think about it for a minute, some words that you can say to encourage a young girl out there. Not just one that plays softball, but just anyone, because you have you're well-rounded enough to be able to say something that will impact the life of another young girl. Okay, so you think about that. And you're a senior,
yes,
okay? Oh my gosh. I mean, you know, I remember you when we first moved here. You were like in the 8th grade.
Yes, ma'am.
And so tell us, like, what are you gonna do after you turn that tassel, Emily? I mean, you know, what do you want to do?
My plans are to go to Augusta State University, where I'll major in molecular biology, and then after I get my 4-year degree, I'll transfer into the medical school of Augusta, and I'll become an orthopedic surgeon or prosthesis, whichever one I decide.
I told you to hurry up and get those licenses because I know I need a knee replacement.
Yes, ma'am.
You would be perfect to doctor on me. That is so big and that's so special. I mean, and you've got enough drive that you can do that. You can accomplish anything that you set your mind to, and that's beautifully said, and that says a lot about you and your character.
Yes,
all right? All right, what words do you want to say to a young lady out there?
To never give up. Definitely. To always believe in yourself, no matter what you do.
Very good. Never give up. And Emily, as a senior, what words will you have to say to someone out there?
I remember when I was a little girl, I fell in love with the game of softball. Just stick with whatever you fall in love with as a little girl or whatever you fall in love with as you get older. Stick with what you want to do and don't let anybody take that away from you.
Beautiful. You two are on your way. You hear me? Write that book, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And become my doctor. All right. Good to see you.
Real people, steel people. Professionals demand dependability on the job. Homeowners expect long-lasting value. And servicing steel dealers provide friendly, knowledgeable support. Right now, steel blowers start at just $139.95 and get the powerful MS-250 chainsaw for just $299.95. Get yours now, only at your local steel dealer. Visit steeldealers.com or search STIHL.
Cullen Supply and Engine Service, your steel dealer at 826 South Harris Street in Sandersville and 910 East Jackson in Dublin.